Okay, so while I'm in here getting dressed for work tomorrow, I want to share with you how teachers are getting railroad bamboozled. Those are just nice words. They're actually getting cutthroat, stabbed in the back, and possibly arrested. Why? Because they, my hand is raised, are a no tolerance BS. I'm not a sweep under the rug. I'm not a sweep it under the rug. And I'm not going to go along with your political shenanigans so that you can get this. I'm just not going to get it. I'm just not going to do it. And I'm just not with it. Okay? And as the girls with all the hair do, they sling it back. That's what I'm doing when I walk away. I'm getting myself together for tomorrow, as I said. Switching out my pocketbooks. But today, I just want to share with you what happened to me today. You probably can see me right there. So, the person that I am, I'm not a good Samaritan. I'm just a child of God trying her best to live in this fictitious world the best that I can and do just who I am. I do just who I am. I do me. And nobody does me for me. And some of them try. But boy, is that an epic fail. But anyway, I was called today, so to speak. And they wouldn't call me like they would call somebody else to the office. They got to schmooze it and fix it up. But anyway, I was covering for another teacher that needed to use the men's room. And so I went to his room to cover his room for him so that he can use the men's room. And I heard someone calling my name. And it was the assistant principal. Which, by the way, our principal is not there. Hasn't been for days. And the assistant principal called for me. And, so I went out in the hallway and they said, I just want to share with you. A parent came up today and your name is on my desk. So I said, oh, yeah. We have a student and she said the wrong person's name. Hint, hint. The wrong student's name. We have a student that she said that you grabbed her by her neck, by the neck of her jacket, and slung her down on the carpet. See, the teachers of the classroom, when we're in the assisting, they teach on the carpet because the computer and the screen is right there. Meanwhile, the stand-in teacher sits way in the back. I know I do. My motto is, even when we walking in the hallway and they seeing me and they say, Miss M, and they want to give me a hug, I say, I don't hug. I fist pump. So anyway, moving right along, I was told that a student went home and complained to her parents, mom, dad, grandma, whoever, that I was supposed to have harmed them on the carpet. That was the first lie, because first of all, I don't even go on the carpet, nowhere near it. Then I just went back to work on Tuesday. So what day was this? Because I wasn't even in that class on Tuesday. And then yesterday was Wednesday. So which day was it? Exactly. When I asked her what was the child's name, they got the name all wrong. But if my name is on your desk, That should be a familiar situation because you do, after all, have to investigate, don't you? And you're going to be investigating and writing and contacting people like you did behind my back. You still don't get the person's name. You giving me somebody else's name. And I'm like, I don't know that student. Which lie number 2 is I already knew that it wasn't me because I know who I'm going to grip up and who I ain't. And I ain't gripped up nobody yet. I'm just joking. But I don't grip up. So I'm listening, because I don't want to chop them down. Because I don't care who you is. You could be principal, sister, principal. You could be God. But if you coming at me wrong, me and God got a problem. And I'm not saying that to disrespect God. I'm saying whoever you are, you better be right when you come to me to try to slander my name. See, it's all political. We need to wake up. I've been saying this since I've been I worked in the bank for 21 years, and I kept telling my sons, don't you dare get a credit card. Don't you dare. It's all political. It's all slavery. It's all control. Anyway, I'm going to finish getting myself dressed. And so she said, oh, yeah, well, your name is on my desk. And a parent came up here because of today, because a child went home and told their mother that you gripped them up in the neck and while they was on the carpet. I already knew it was a lie because I don't be touching these kids because I already know what it is. And I minister with love. I minister with peace. I speak to their hearts and their mind. And sometimes I bark. Sure do. You ain't gonna do what? I said, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. But I barely seldom need to do that because when I'm speaking softly to them and I'm speaking love to them, they can only be still to hear it because they not hearing this love all the time. But anyway, I went on. Long story short, I that didn't sit well with me. It bothered me. And so when I said, what was the child's name? They said, oh, well, I got to go back to my desk and look at the notes. Oh, you wrote down what to say, what to lie, and what not to say, and what not to lie about. And I'll get back to you. So now I'm in the cafeteria checking on some kids that they assigned me to. That's a problem. And she points out the little girl. And to my surprise, it was a little girl that seemed quiet, but you could look at these and tell something just was off about this child. And my discernment even kicked in one day. And I said, you know what? This child looks for attention. But this is the same little girl that would say, Miss M, I like your hair, the way you wear it, and your ponytail. You look so nice. Miss M, you always dress nice. You're my favorite teacher. All of that. And I wasn't surprised when they said the name. Because I could tell how when I'm sitting way in the back, watching them from afar, she's looking around, seeking who she can devour. Like literally. I'm serious. And I'm looking like, oh, she looked like a little demon. And I'm praying in my spirit while I'm in that class. And so she's was supposedly had said that I grabbed up to the neck and snatched her down the carpet. Like I said, that was lie number 1. First, I don't even come in contact with them. So when I went back, she came to the assistant principal came to the lunchroom and she said, that's the little girl right there. And to my surprise, I was as this girl is not too well educated. So one of her favorite lines was, I was shocked and appalled. So to my surprise, I was shocked and appalled, but not surprised because I already seen that spirit on her. And so I was due to go back to a class because they assigned me this class that off the chain, out of control, disrespectful, and just oh my God, a menace to the classroom. So they assigned me to this classroom, and my job was to observe and redirect. And my redirection is verbally. It's always verbal love, verbal hugs, verbal praise, verbal encouragement. And that's what's merely my job. My job is not the hands-on. You got to be certified to hands-on, honey. And even if I wanted to be certified, I wouldn't be certified if I was asked to be certified to be hands-on. Ain't my job. That's not my thing. But anyway, so I knew I was going back to this classroom. Anyway, my job. And so I called the teacher of that classroom and I asked him, please step outside and call this young lady. So it's 3 of us, me, the teacher, and the young lady. And I softly spoke to her, but I was told that, oh my God, you approached her. Now I got to tell her mother, I got to make sure she's safe. Safe. Wait a minute now. I said to this assistant principal, who is the victim here? So I softly said to the young lady, baby, did Miss M ever make you feel uncomfortable? She said, no. I said, did I ever bump you or something? Maybe sometimes people bump people and they don't even realize that they did. Did any of that happen? She said, no. I said, well, baby, my name is on a desk of the boss of the school, because they're not the boss of me, because I work individually. I work for myself. And that's why I come and go as I please. I don't do none of what they do. We'll talk about that at another time. But I'm in control of me. I'm in my second half of my life, and my life is happy times. I mean, I choose what I do. I choose what I see. I choose what's said to me. I choose where I work and where I want to go. So the little girl said no. I said, but it was said to me that, you said to your mother that I jerked you up in your collar and I harmed you on the carpet. I said, did I do that? She said, no. I said, have I ever harmed you? She said, no. Now remember, the teacher is standing there. This man is about 6'4" and maybe 375 pounds. This is the teacher, a male. And so this is what they're doing to the teachers that's not a yes teacher. This is what they're doing to the teachers that do not agree with the white. And yes, I'm saying white, because if it was black, we would be locked up. And it's just the way it is. So to all my counterparts and all my sisters and brothers that's Indian, African, white, whatever. This is a true thing that's going down in the school system where I work at. I can't speak for nobody else. Shout out to Truth Be Told. She's the reason. She encouraged this video today. Ironically, she shared something with me, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna tell my story too. But I don't have no malicious intent, no ill will to my sisters and brothers, Indian, Caucasian, Spanish, whatever. Everybody that knows me, which I don't even have to say that. You know who I am. But like we gonna keep it real. That's just how the agenda has been for thousands of years. And I done seen so many teachers drag little kids, black kids, down the street down the hall by their leg, and this kid is screaming and hollering. Nothing is done about it. Let a black person raise their voice, and then literally they get time off without pay because they raise their voice. It's just the truth of the truth. But anyway, back to my story, because this story is getting longer. I don't want it to be too long. So that didn't sit well with me. I was like, wait a minute, wait. You're not going to do my name like this. You're not going to do my name like this. So after I talked to the young girl, and I was like, I said, you could really, really mess people up. I said, I could go to jail for this. I could lose my job and never ever work again, never be able to feed my family again, feed myself again. I said, so that's not a good thing. And so we went on to disperse. She went on to her room, to the class. I went on to the back of the class where I said, and the teacher went on and resumed teaching. That didn't sit well with me. So I wrote out this long, my demands and what I feel should happen and take place at this very point. Consequences. Because if that was me lying on the teacher, I'd be out of there on my buns, sliding out the door. So I went to the assistant principal. Again, this principal is not there. And I said, when was this supposed to happen? I asked all the questions that you're supposed to ask. And she said, oh my God, I told her, I said, we just talked, me and the teacher just talked to the young lady, and she literally just said, no, you didn't do this. No, I lied. She literally said no. I don't know why I said it to my mother. And you know what the assistant principal said to me? Oh my God, why did you have to approach her? Now I got to go back and talk to the mother. I got to call the mother. I need this little girl to be safe. I need her to be comfortable. And I said, excuse me, who's the victim exactly here? Who's the victim? Because my name stands good. I said the Bible says that a good name is better than obedience. So a good name is better than a sacrifice. What's going on here? So she said, I was going to investigate it, but what you don't understand is you already let me know you talked to the little girl. You already heard the little girl say that it wasn't true. This is what I advise everybody to do. When somebody said you said, you go get all the parties and you pull them together. I guarantee you. They don't want that. They don't want you to tell the truth. They don't want you to expose all of everything. Okay, and that's what I did when I went back to this principal. And she kept trying to get me, telling me we need to be on the same page. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put my truth in it. The same page is the moralistic page. The same page is the page of truth. The same page is the page that God wants you to expose. She didn't want me to have any what you call backlash. She didn't want me talking back. She didn't want me standing up for myself. And she kept saying, do you understand what I'm saying? And you know, we need to let the mothers, parents know that their child is comfortable. I said, well, frankly, I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable being in that room with a little girl that lied on me that could take my livelihood. I'm uncomfortable with being in a room knowing that anybody that knows that this happened to me is okay with it happening to me. I'm okay with being in that room knowing that this can happen again to me. And what I'm not okay with is what this assistant principal at my school kept saying was, I have to make sure that the parents know that this little girl is comfortable in her class. So to me, that's letting me think and letting me believe and almost confirming, letting me know that you're going to push the envelope and make them believe that I did what this little girl said that I did to her, when you already heard it from the horse's mouth. Be careful out here in these school streets. Because like I told my son, and I remember him saying, everybody, Mom, everybody. It's all political. All have to do with the government. All fakes, all phony, all fake news, all of it. And it's going down. Just a few days ago, Tick and a Top has been depleted. Y'all, you might still see it up, but we done did our thing to it. Shout out to the White Hats and President Trump. Y'all, he's still the president. Still our president. Still my president. Hence, my channel, 45 Trump News 1945. The moral of my story is, you will not get away with lying on me. You can't exempt me from anything. You can't expel me from anything. You can't even fire me from anything, because I walk my talk, my talk. And I say goodbye when I'm leaving. You don't tell me to leave. Okay, God has blessed me with the wisdom and the gift to be able to call. I call the shots. Expose every teacher, everybody that has to do with the school system. God is taking them out one by one. And guess what, Jesus? I wait. I don't have no problem with that. So I got to go in here tomorrow knowing that this assistant principal don't care nothing about, because I say, well, what about my name, my good name. And there's so much more that I can go in detail, but read in between the lines. It's all political. They do something strange for some change. You think you're not sitting around demons at your job. You better think again. That's why HSBC, bank, let me back up, because I used to work for them for 21 years. Let me back on up. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, they will use children. They will use anybody. They might not like your shoes. They probably don't like mine. Okay? To get you out of there, because you're a problem. Because you talk. You say no. A narcissist don't like you to say no. And that's part of the agenda too. I know it seemed like I just got off a track from narcissist to principle, but what you think they made of if they like flesh and they eat it? Oh, because you see them in front of you, you think they not eating flesh? They're part of the game if they taking this. They taking something and they doing something strange for some change. They will not win, because the Father I serve got my back, my front, my head, the crown of my head, down to my feet. Again, shout out to Truth Be Told. You will not win over me and over him. That's my Father, and he got my back. Got my six, honey. These schools, in every place that you could possibly work at, all the way down to Taco Bell, is nothing more than a political game. And they're going down. Trust me. Thus saith the Lord. He tired. And so am I. So tomorrow I'm sure it's going to be some more stuff. And every day they're going to do more and more stuff to get me out of there. But they can't. And here's a little secret. I've been aware of them and watching them. And it's a secret that I have, but I can't tell you. But just know, I've been watching them. And I seen some stuff. Just because they're a principal, don't think they ain't doing something strange for some change. And they'll use you as a scapegoat and bury you if you allow. Don't allow the school system or no system of the agenda, free world order, Illuminati to destroy your goodness, your great soul. Don't allow it. Because watch me win. Watch me. It's all political. The school system, your kids being on drugs, stop signing for that. Stop signing for them to put your children on drugs. Drugs ain't make them like that. Why they not giving no health benefits? So they call it mental health. Why they not giving those benefits? So your child can see a psychologist. And you too. Let me tell you something. All of this stuff they doing, I'm not afraid. Because my God is greater. My God is bigger. My God is better. My God is more equipped than what they think they are. The school system, y'all, is political. It's shams. And most importantly that you need to hear, the school system that you trust in, you should see the stuff they teaching these children. The school system is corrupt. President Trump tried to tell us a long time ago. It's all corrupt. Let's wake up. And don't be a victim. Don't be a victim.